Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Goff Rocker. I'm your host, Jake Combs, and as you can see, there's actually light behind me for the first time ever, and that was my cat who decided she wanted to be a part of this video very, very badly, just as I was getting to my seat. So, back to the light situation. So, my day job has actually changed hours significantly, so we might start actually seeing the day of light more often. But wanted to do a quick unboxing of this commemorative series 40K model, specifically the Goff Rocker. This was provided to us by Games Workshop for the purpose of this video. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, as of today, this model is available for pre-order. Now, I do recall that there was a previous Goff Rocker. Totally forgot my knife that I usually have. So I'm using my kid's scissors, which will do the job. But definitely feel very awkward in my enormous hands. Now, so this is essentially a new sculpt of a classic model from what I understand. I know that there's been a few kind of rock themed orc models. So I don't know if this particular model had a previous version for sure or not. I just know that I've seen some rock ones, and so my memory is that there is a previous Goff Rocker. Like I said, could be wrong. The last time that we saw a kind of a current generation model with a rock themed was the Noise Marine that they came out with a few years ago. And so when we actually finish painting this guy, we will put him side by side. Now, just because of how unique and awesome this model is, he's actually going to be getting kind of the VIP treatment, where normally it takes us months to get started on a new model. And typically we use proxies when we're reviewing a game or an edition. So with this model, he's getting the VIP treatment, like I said. So he's actually going to get painted relatively soon. Literally the same day that I've recorded this video, I'm actually going to put him together and get him primed and ready to go, and then we're going to start painting here within the week. So definitely excited about this one. Now, greenskins I typically don't do anything with as far as painting goes, unless they're really cool models. You know, like Gazkul Thraka, for example. He's an amazing model that I've always wanted to paint, and I absolutely would if I had the opportunity. So, the Goff Rocker. So let's go ahead and open him up. Now, for anyone that is really into orcs, I do need to share a game that I've recently been playing. Came out on Steam a few weeks ago, and at the time of recording, it was a few weeks ago. Again, at the time of recording, it was just released within about a week ago, basically the week before Halloween. And so what it is I'm gonna butcher the name, but I believe it's like Shoota's Blood and Teeth. It's a Warhammer 40K game where you actually play one of it's either 4 or 5 different orc types. I'm currently playing it through as the Beast Snaga, and I am absolutely loving the game. I have no idea how many levels are in this thing, but based on the number of achievements there are, I would say I'm probably about halfway through it. I mean, you deal with all kinds of enemies that you see in 40K. You know, you're fighting other orcs, you're fighting Astra Militarum, the Tempest Science. I always screw up their names. Gene Stealer cults. You actually have the Gene Stealers themselves in there. We have Space Marines. Honestly, it feels like you name it, there's some sort of representation. I have yet to see any Eldar yet, or there has been some Adeptus Mechanicus or Mechanicum. There, so far, at least as far as I am in the story, there has not been any Voltan. I don't think there will be either, because they're more of a more recent addition to 40K, and this game has been in the works for a while, so I doubt we're going to see those. I also have not seen any Necron yet, but there's been a lot of amazing stuff in that game. The humor is on point. The cinematography, or the video quality, is fantastic. The writers wrote it in such a way that it feels like perfect orc culture in their conversations, and they did an absolutely bang-up job. Our article for the review for the game is actually already online at nerdcultonline.com, so if you want to check that out, go ahead and do so. We'd really appreciate it. But now, with that in mind, it's definitely got me in a very orc mood, which is a big reason why this guy's been pushed to the front of the list. So go ahead and get started. We do have, it's only 2 small pages for the assembly. Not a lot of actual pieces on the kit overall. Now, it does come with a base, of course, and then this single sprue. Now, I love the tall hat. Kind of gives me like an orc slash Axl Rose vibe. I love that top hat. The studded leather, the guitar is kind of orcified and scratched up and beat up, and there's kind of random bolts sticking out of it and stuff. And then his microphone. This is a fantastic looking model. I cannot wait to get started with him, and definitely hope I do him justice. Let's see. Okay, so like right here we have the strap for the guitar, and then on that strap we actually have these other items that connect to it. And what's funny is the microphone itself actually looks like a stick grenade, and I love the fact that what he's standing on, the speaker that he's standing on, is a squig with a speaker in its mouth. I think that's an amazing concept right there. I mean, I love the overall design. This guy looks fantastic. The Noise Marine that I mentioned is by far one of my favorite 40K models. Like typically with most 40K stuff, I always prefer to paint and build and play the Warhammer Age of Sigmar stuff before I do 40K. And so, the majority of my collection is, fantasy based. But, with the Noise Marine, when that came out, almost immediately that thing was opened and I started working on it. So I do love a good rock theme. Now, that brings up a question for you guys, is when you're building and painting, what do you typically listen to? Like, I know some people that like to listen to shows, some people that like to listen to music. Me personally, if I'm listening to music, it definitely, especially something thematic like this, it's definitely got to be some sort of rock. Like a lot of Metallica, AC/DC, System of a Down, Parkway Drive is one I've been listening to a lot lately that I've been painting to and have really been vibing with. And so, what do you guys like to listen to? Most of the time, though, when I'm painting, because my day job takes up so much of my time, and family takes up time too, there's a lot of shows and movies I want to watch, so I spend most of my painting time while watching one of those shows and stuff, so it delays my painting timeline a little bit with each piece, just because I also have that distraction. But again, if I'm listening to music and I'm jamming with it and getting in the groove, it's almost always going to be some form of rock. And I think that when I'm painting this up, it's going to have to be definitely something metal, because this thing is awesome. I can't wait to get started on this guy. But once we have him done, we'll find a way to do a video for him. I actually want to start doing some videos where we actually showcase some of the models that we've done as like shorts and stuff like that. So something to look forward to there. And again, this is a great looking model. And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and zoom in and take a closer look. All right, so here's the close-up of the model. So there's the top head I was talking about. And then there's the mouth of the Squig speaker, studded leather jacket. And then on the other side you can see the guitar a bit better, as well as the microphone. All right, so now that we've looked at that, you guys can see how awesome this piece is. I can't wait to get started. Now, on the back, he doesn't actually have any rules per se as far as the instruction book that's concerned. Nothing inside. Now means I am gonna have to go through the ORC codex to see if there's anything in there related to him, either an older version or just rules for him in general. But looking at him, I think he's more of a decoration piece more than anything else. But either way, I can't wait to get started on him. He's gonna be a lot of fun. So thank you guys as always for watching. We do really appreciate it, and hope you have yourselves a great day. Thank you.